understand how humbled and privileged I feel to be here, like to walk into a community that is at the level that you guys are of humility, of integration, of belief, and love, like your commitment to love people. That's a lot of kind of what writing about and what this album is about, and so I feel so privileged to be here in your all's community. Thank you for welcoming me. Daniel, it's so great to meet you. So excited to hang out with you guys and share a little bit. Did I drive you away? I know what you'll say. You say, I'm just someone you know. But I promise you this. I'll always look out for you. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You cry out. You cry out. My heart is yours. It's you that I hold on to. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And I know I was wrong, but I won't let you down. Oh, I will lead you on. When you cry out, you cry I saw sparks. Yeah, I saw sparks. I saw sparks. Yeah, I saw sparks. Sing that with me. I saw sparks. I saw sparks. I saw sparks. I saw sparks. Da, 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 da. bottom kind of drops out for you. No one here has ever had that happen, right? If I sit in this flood, after all that is done, and say goodbye, my friends, the world's starting over again, and there's a number I see, a 333, and then my angel walked by. He had a sword in his eye, he looked just like me. Said I can't feel my pulse, and I can 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 feel my pulse. You guys ever seen Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, the show Bob's Burgers.
I have not.
I know what the show is. I'm wondering what it has to do with.
Oh, you gonna wait and see.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a random question I like to ask people. Does
I know.
anybody have a Hulu account I can I went to Asbury, and then shortly after I graduated, COVID happened. And so it's like, and I remember seeing a TikTok around that time about these people working at a ski resort being a lift operator. I was like, that seems like a great use of my time right now, because I'm doing nothing. And so I drove out to Colorado, and I worked at Vail. And then after that, I ended up going to Seattle. I lived in Seattle for about a year and a half, just completely by myself. I didn't know anybody in that city. I just kind of I love coffee, and I like being on the West Coast and the idea of the ocean. So I went there, and it was great. But I lived in this tiny studio apartment. It was like 300 square feet, cost a fortune. And I used to put on Bob's Burgers while I would clean the apartment or while I would cook, because it made me feel like there were other people in my apartment. They made me feel a lot less lonely. It was like, oh, Luis is just in there, there's Bob, and then there's a little party always happening. Well, I was cleaning my, yeah, no, it's funny. It's not sad, trust me. And I was cleaning my apartment, and I heard there was this episode about this balloon fight, and there's this song starts, and it goes, do you want to ride in my beautiful balloon? And I just stopped, like dead in my tracks, and I was, what is that? It moved me so much for some reason. And it was just so funny. Like, stopped it off, there was just tears in my eyes, and I just I started writing most of the song to play. Because it reminded me of this invitation to, an invitation to love. Shortly after Seattle, I moved to Nashville and fell in love. And as you get older, your definition of love kind of changes. When you're young, you're just like, someone's into me, sick, we're in love. And then that was from kindergarten to freshman year of college. And then you get older, and all of a sudden your definition of what love is, what your standard for love. You have a lot more going on in your life, and then when you fall in love, you would really invite someone into your routines and your philosophies, and there's a different kind of integration, and there's something about that line, about the invitation, that meant a lot to me, and felt, as I've gotten older, like you have an ego death. When you really fall in love with someone, you go I'm gonna give you my past, you're going to learn about my parents, you're going to learn about my routine, you're going to learn about the things that make me hard to love, and I want to learn about the things that make you hard to love, and I'm going to be there for that, And so in some ways it was this beautiful invitation, let's have an ego death together and let's see what we have. The song's called Ego Death. It's about Bob's Burgers. Some of you guys know I grew up with a dad who was awesome. He's intense. He's a fine art painter, and it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. There are words I use to describe that I wouldn't use in a church. Let's just say it that way. He's awesome. And I grew up kind of just amazed by his art, thinking like it was the most impressive kind of thing. As I've gotten older, I have been more impressed by the relationship he's maintained with my mom, with what that is. I mean, my dad's intense, and he's an artist, and he's not your conventional guy. And the way he has loved my mom is more impressive to me than his art, which I wouldn't have always said. Having marriage means knowing yourself. It means asking yourself hard questions. It means spending time really knowing what it means to love someone else, and what it means for you to receive love, which John and I talk about a lot of like the humility it takes to actually receive love. It's a lot more than the humility it takes to love someone else sometimes. So I have this song called Family Man that is, for you people here who have families, you have kids, you have wives or partners, when it's not working, when your kids are changing in ways you don't want them to, when you're not connecting with your spouse, go back to what it was like when you were 26, when you spent the time asking yourself those questions, dealing with yourself, wrestling with life, and resting who you are now. That like you can handle it because you spent that time in those early 20 years that I'm dealing with now. You dealt with it, you can handle it. And for the people that don't have families or want to get there, I think there's a version of yourself that we're always kind of looking for, that we're reaching for. This song is for you too, because that's a lot where I'm at, where I just look at your dad and think like, how do you have the patience? How do you have the love? And that's something that I'm always inspired by and looking forward to. So the song's called Family Man. There's a family man, he's good with his hands, his heart and his home. He lives by a shelf and walks in it. In all this time, he knows it well. But in restless wants, it divides him. When the whole house is asleep, and yeah, I know him, 'cause Devo is on, and all he handed down I carry, but I don't stay anymore. We had our time. In his sleep he swears he can fly. Will he come back down when it divides him? No, he